From Accra to Atlanta, from Lagos to London, black people around the world are rising in support of one man, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, the revolutionary leader of Burkina Faso. But why is a young military captain in West Africa capturing the hearts of black people globally? Let's talk about it.
Under the towering skyline of New York City, a different kind of power stood tall, this time from the ground up. On April 30th, African voices thundered through Times Square, not in fear, but in fierce solidarity with Captain Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso. These weren't just Burkinabe expats. They were sons and daughters of the entire African continent, Malians, Nigerians, Congolese, Senegalese, rising up together in defiance of a global system they say has long exploited them. The message was clear and unapologetic. Africa is done begging. The West can keep its aid, its lectures, its puppet regimes. So we are here today, out here in Times Square, in the heart of Manhattan, to show the whole world that we are ready for him, and we must demonstrate to the world that he is the one we have chosen. Homeland or death, we will overcome. I am here to support our president, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, to defend the interests of Africa, pan-Africanism, the interest of Africa, the interest of Burkina Faso, the interest of the AES. My message is that I do not want what happened 60 years ago to happen again. I do not want us to regret what happened with Captain Thomas Sankara, with Lumumba, with Modibo Keita, with Serigne Diop, with Amilcar Cabral, Agostinho Neto. That's over. Captain Ibrahim Traoré represents Africa with dignity. He's the people's champion. It is the population that wants him. We are behind him. We are behind Captain Ibrahim Traoré. We want a sovereign Africa. We want no more ECOWAS. We want no more local lackeys. We want no more puppet presidents who are prefects for France. We want no more of them. In Captain Traoré, they see not just a leader, but a symbol of what an unshackled Africa can look like. Their chants didn't just echo through the streets of Manhattan. They challenged the very halls of power. No more plots, no more puppets, they said. We stand with Traoré. We fight for our dignity. This is not just protest, it's prophecy. I think he is a Thomas Sankara, a second Thomas Sankara who is here, who will change everything, who will liberate Africa. He is our chance. We failed Gaddafi. We cannot fail Ibrahim Traoré. We are here this morning to support our worthy sons, the determined ones, those who have truly accepted to liberate us. He is everything to us. He is everything to us. He is our, we can say, our hope. He is the father of orphans, the husband of widows, the son of the poor, the brother of everyone. Ibrahim is a great leader.
I'm here with Mother Africa.
I am here for the motherland, Africa. Burkina Faso is leading the way for all of Africa, for the entire continent, in terms of awareness, and he has understood well that it is the youth who must be at the forefront to liberate Africa, and in his particular case, to develop Burkina Faso. I am from Côte d'Ivoire, from President Laurent Gbagbo, who told us that IB is his son. Wherever IB goes, we go there, because it is the voice of revolution, the voice of sovereignty, the voice of happiness for the African people, not only for the people of Burkina Faso, but for the African people. Africa's rising tide is reaching every shore, and it won't stop here. From Accra to London, to Vienna, and several other cities, the world equally witnessed something powerful. The message was clear and unshakable. Hands off Captain Ibrahim Traoré. Hands off Burkina Faso. Hands off Africa. These were not random gatherings. They were coordinated flames in a wildfire of resistance. African diasporas and their allies flooded the streets with chants, banners, and conviction, rejecting the veiled threats and manipulations of men like US General Michael Langley. Across continents, the name Ibrahim Traoré echoed like a drumbeat of defiance. In Vienna, young Africans called him the blueprint. In London, imperialism was denounced with no apologies. In Accra, the people stood tall, refusing to bow to a system that has robbed generations. Just like already mentioned, in New York, the message rang loud. outside the embassies of France and the US. Africa is not yours to dictate. Captain Traore has become more than a president. He's a lightning rod for a movement that says the age of exploitation is over. This is not symbolic, it's seismic. Africa is standing, and this time, it will not sit back down. I am dazzled by what Captain Ibrahim Traoré is putting in place in Burkina Faso. And of course, me, like all other young Africans, we want our leaders, our presidents, our politicians to be like Captain Ibrahim Traoré. We are together. We are with you from Vienna, Austria.
South Africa. The message today is that Donald Trump, General, we are not going to touch Ibrahim Traoré. The whole Africa is standing up right now. We are saying we are not scared of you. If it means death, bring it on. We are ready for you. One Africa is our minerals. The time is now. We are standing. Amanda!
We have to fight for our land. Vive l'Afrique! Vive! Vive l'Afrique! Vive!
Exploited. Yes. I'm talking about the whole Africa. Yes. I'm not talking about South Africa. Yes. I'm not talking about Mozambique. Yes. I'm not talking about Congo. Yes. I'm talking about the whole Africa. We are tired of being exploited. Yes. The time is now for us to unite and fight for our minerals. Yes. We need each other more than ever. Yes. I won't make any excuses or examples of other races. Yes. We blacks, yes. We Africans, yes. This is our time now. Yes. We need to unite now.
Yes. We are here to show solidarity to Traore and the people of Burkina Faso. We are saying one Africa, Amanda. Amanda. Ibrahim Traore is not going to be like Gaddafi, Amanda. We are going to stand in solidarity with Ibrahim Traore, Amanda. Yabonga.
Amanda! Amanda! Do not be scared. Yes. You must not be scared. Yes. The Americans, they must know one thing. The contracts that they have is with our corrupt leaders. Yes. Not with us. Yes. We, as the youth of Africa, we are taking control over our mineral wealth. Yes. Like our Ibrahim Traoré have said, is either we fight or we die as slaves forever. If we do not fight right now, the future for our children is going to be doomed. If we do not stand up now, the young ones that are coming, the future is going to be doomed. So that is why today we are gathered here into this embassy to tell them that they are no longer safe. Africa must unite. Yes. The time is now. Yes. Let us be like Dubai. Yes. Let us carry one currency. Yes. It is crazy that if you carry gold as the owner of the land, they want to arrest you for carrying your own mineral. Yes. They say it's against the law. Yes. But if you carry a gun, they say it's legal. A gun that can kill. How is it possible? We want to carry gold and go across Africa. I want to take my gold to Zimbabwe. I want to take my gold to Burkina Faso. I want to take my gold to Nigeria. And do business.
President Traore, I am from Jamaica, and I am praying for you. Coming the 30th. I don't know if they go march in Jamaica, but if they go march, I'm gonna march. But if they're not going to march, I'm going to spend the whole day on my knees, praying, begging God to cover you, begging Yahshua, the Holy Spirit, to cover you from the plan of these enemies. When I was small, I remember Gaddafi, but I never felt it that much. Because at the end of the day, he was living in luxury. But you're not living in luxury. You are for the people. You are for the people. And I'm going to go on my knees and I'm going to pray you up, young man, in covering.
Down here for Ibrahim Traoré. Wagwan, my general. Every black man on this earth at the moment, I support what you do. Because here we are now. A long time them no want to see Africa stand and unite. See? Them won't go and divide Africans. Come thief we mineral. Come divide we and fight. Make we fight against each other. See? So the thing you do right now, my general, every African pan earth I support you. See? So here we are now. When you liberate Africa, and make Africa for Africans. Gaddafi did say that. I will see only part time what them do for African leader will come up, stand and try unite Africans. You see what Gaddafi do? And that you do, my general. See? We see what them do to Zimbabwe president. We see what them do to Amin Dada. We see only part time. See? So when you liberate Africa, you become the first African president. Every black man on this earth should have a citizenship to Africa. Them should have come in and come out, buy property, buy land, build house, married, settle down. God, them are African. Right now, Jamaicans, them happy to see Africa a liberate. Seeing? Cause for them profit, me not call them musician enough, for them profit. See this long time. One Jamaica tell me said the last will become the first. That are the prophecy. Seeing? So Ibrahim Traoré, big up yourself, the general. Right now Africa feel the spirit of unification, uniting, loving and building one Africa. Seeing me, general?
And I hope everyone is aware that we are no longer in a war on terrorism, but in a war of independence. Everyone must understand that it is a strategy for the imperialists to impose this war on us. Normally, every leader, every ruler should fight for their country. It's a strategy. They fight for their interests, and we must also fight for our interests. If we manage to develop, to prosper, it means that over there, they will not be able to develop. They will have to regress. If we manage to transform our raw materials tomorrow, it means that over there, factories will close. Do you understand the logic? So it's normal that they fight to disrupt our society, to keep it in this constant war, so that we can never think about developing one day. And then they will continue to develop, while we will still be here exporting our raw materials to them and our youth, suffering in poverty, trying to cross the ocean to go beg over there.
Yo, what up? I ain't flexing about this, man. Whoever is coming against Ibrahim Traoré, the president of Burkina Faso, they're gonna meet me in the way, man. Bro, I'm not in Africa right now. I'm basically from Burkina Faso. I was born in Ivory Coast. I know why we live in there, bro. This man come to change so many things. We gotta support him, man. We gotta show up for Ibrahim Traoré. This is not a fight for only Burkina Faso. It's for the whole Africa. So we gotta show up. We gotta support him. Try your best, even if it's through your phone. Make some video like I'm doing. I got no follower. Nobody know me. Who the fuck I am? But I'm trying my best. I'm doing my best. You can do the same. Let's stand up for Africa, man. The motherland. Let's do it.
President of Burkina Faso have the most loyal soldiers them round him. Them not turn them back against a man there in a no time, no fashion, and them not make nobody make them feel frightened for a little bit of money. Them the squad they so loyal to him that in the last unaliving attempt, my love, Them actually take the millions of dollars. Me don't know who pay them. But in the last unaliving attempt of the president of Burkina Faso, me hear say the soldiers them take the millions of dollars, carry go give Ibrahim Traoré, show them the plans of the person where did want to hire them, and now them take the money and go invest it back in the country. Yeah man, it's a great deal. One push through. Me not gonna tell you no to stop.
Hello everyone, I hope you're doing fantastic. I simply made this video because I wanted to share my thoughts with you guys regarding the whole situation surrounding Ibrahim Traoré. I know we are following him closely and everything that's going on around him. In order to share my thoughts with you guys, I decided to write them down. So please, here goes. To my people of Congo, Africa, and the black race around the world, I come before you to express my complete and total support of the President of Africa, Ibrahim Traoré. Yes, you heard me correctly. His current residence is in Burkina Faso, but I know I am not alone here when I declare that Ibrahim Traoré is the leader of the new United States of Africa. Considering the recent events, such as the many assassination attempts on Ibrahim Traoré's life, it has become even more clear for the Burkinabe first and us Africans that we must unanimously condemn the blatant affront against Ibrahim Traoré and the people of Burkina Faso. Simply put, an affront against Burkina Faso is now a provocation against Africa. Secondly, the West, precisely America and France, have now begun to sully and distort the image of President Ibrahim Traoré by labeling him as a dictator whose sole purpose is to keep the gold for himself. To that we respond, your house, your rules. They have put in place a black man by the name of Michael Langley to wage a coup against our president in the name of protecting the Burkinabe people. We know this is in retaliation to the expulsion of the French army as well as the foreign mineral companies that were draining the soil of the Burkinabe people to continue to build their country, their own countries. But fellow Africans and black people, the time has now come for us to no longer bow and close our eyes while they courageously continue to vilify our leaders, plunder our natural resources, and create division amongst our people. I read of our past African leaders and black leaders such as Thomas Sankara, Patrice Lumumba, Muammar Gaddafi, Marien Ngouabi, Nelson Mandela, Malcolm X, Bob Marley, Martin Luther King, and countless others who fought for freedom, for independence, civil rights, to break away from the clutches of slavery, colonialism, imperialism, only to be assassinated by the West. They use our own people arbitrarily to accomplish their Machiavellianism plans. Time and time we saw this, and although our forefathers and mothers knew the truth, they knew under the current states of affairs in these respective countries they could not win. Now, with the rest of the world, we are seeing a new dawn settling across Africa, with Burkina Faso leading the way. Our fathers who had lost hope, us, this generation, and the future generation, talking about our kids, are witnessing the making of an upright leader who did the impossible. He stood against the West and now has started a movement that is inspiring our youth and other nations around the world. President Ibrahim Traoré invested in schools, in the sector of agriculture, health, education, and the Defense Department. He has brought back our pride in being African by banning the English wigs in courtrooms, encouraged women to wear their natural hair, and much more. And he has only begun. This, my fellow Africans, black people, is why the West want to unalive him. We will not capitulate this time. Let us use all our wits and whatever we have at our disposal to protect our president. Because freedom for Burkina Faso means freedom for us all. Talking about the black race. I end this message by saying this: black and Africans, do not be viable. Do not be a traitor to the people. La patrie ou la mort, nous vaincrons. Homeland or death, we shall overcome. Thank you.
History is about to be made. A lot of African countries are coming together to demonstrate against the Western America that Captain Ibrahim Traoré should remain in power. We love him and his people love him. That is the most important thing. We don't give a F about your so-called democracy. Nelson Mandela once said, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Just close your eyes and imagine. If Patrice Lumumba was still alive, just imagine where Congo would have been by now. Close your eyes and imagine. If Osage Dr. Kwame Nkrumah was still alive, where we're gonna be by now? Imagine if Thomas Sankara was still alive. Just imagine if they had allowed all these leaders to lead our various countries in Africa here for just 10 years or 20. I don't think Africa will be where we are today. Sorry for the poor video quality. Somebody stole my phone almost a month ago and I've not been able to replace it. So guys, I apologize. The ordinary African youth today understand the game that the Western America is playing. One of the main reasons why Russia and China is powerful today is because their people will never give out their leaders no matter what. They will always protect their leaders. In Africa, it is a different story. And we've rectified our mistakes and we are going to make sure that the right thing is done. This is not for Burkina Faso alone. This is for the whole continent. Remember back in the 1960s when they took down Patrice Lumumba, other Africans were watching. They basically did nothing because they thought it was too far from their various countries. It is only people like Nkrumah and Ahmed Sékou Touré who stood up for Lumumba. When they took down Patrice Lumumba, most Africans were unconcerned. They thought it was too far, so there is no need for them to support. I stand to be corrected, but I think somewhere in 1960, Nkrumah told European Union that taking down Lumumba is a threat to the whole continent, and Nkrumah was there right. The most painful part is some of our own people sold us out, but this time it is going to be different. Guys, it's getting late here, and once I get a new phone, you guys are going to see me 24/7. Relax. Shalom. See you.
Would you tolerate bullying or mistreatment of your loved ones? You would want to protect your kids from being taken advantage of or mistreated, right? Let's examine the political aspect of this. Africa has faced centuries of exploitation and oppression. These colonizers continue to go into people's homes, dictate what they should do, strip them of their belongings, and leave them in bad shape. Why are there rumors that a couple of Western countries are trying to arrest Ibrahim Traoré, the president of Burkina Faso? On what grounds? What did he do wrong? Not wanting the Western world interfering in the affairs of one's country is not a crime. Personally, I've only heard good things about him since he became the president in 2022. The GDP of Burkina Faso increased within 2 years. He established the nation's first gold refinery and nationalized 2 major gold mines. He established tomato processing plants in order to reduce import dependence and create jobs for the citizens of the country. Compared to other African leaders, he appears to be a positive exception. He is that leader who brings about meaningful change, not just to his country, but to the entire continent of Africa. But those who resist change are trying to silence him. They fear his progress, so they are working to undermine him, making moves to take him out. Can we just leave people alone and let them lead their people in peace? Live and let's live. I'm calling all Africans, prayer warriors, and the good people out there to pray and support this man in every way possible. Everything you can do. Make posts, share posts, do everything. Because this has to stop.
Stand with Ibrahim Traoré. If you stand with Ibrahim Traoré, if you love Africa, stand with Ibrahim Traoré. Si vous êtes Congolais ou Congolaise, type I stand with. Je suis avec Ibrahim Traoré. If you care about humanity, comment I stand with Ibrahim Traoré. All over the world, it does not matter, from Africa, Asia, Europe, anywhere. If you stand with with Ibrahim Traoré. Please share this. This is Thomas Sankara. He was doing what Ibrahim Traoré is doing now. They didn't like it. This is Patrice Emery Lumumba. He was doing what Ibrahim Traoré is trying to do today. They didn't like it. And many more others. We cannot afford to lose Ibrahim Traoré. Say a prayer with me. Say, God, no weapon formed against Ibrahim Traoré shall prosper. No evil eye will see Ibrahim Traoré. In Jesus' name, amen. Share this with everybody and type in there, I stand with Traoré, in your language. In your language. Let's go. Nothing will happen to our brother. He is the treasure.
I need all my copper-colored people to take this very seriously, because the last time something like this happened, it happened to Gaddafi. But now what France and the U.S. are trying to do to the president of Africa, all because he's making sure he take care of the people and his citizens. He's giving them free health care. He's giving them free Medicaid. He now opened up two tomato processing plants out there. And now they get mad and they want to arrest him because he don't want to abide by their rules. Well, guess what? Africa is not America, and they don't owe you anything. Y'all just want them resources over there from Africa. We not stupid, man. But one thing about it, when you're a great African leader and you got to deal with these colonizers that are devils and demons, it's very important that we all come together and protect this man worldwide. Because one thing about it, man, if we let them get away with this, how they got away with Gaddafi, they're going to keep on doing it until we stand up and we really unify and realize that we got the power. If you got melon running through your veins, you are 10 times greater than every last one of them cowards, and they know that. That's why they trying to get rid of that great man, because he's actually for the people. Real talk. I need all them African nations and countries to come together and actually stand up and protect this man. Real talk. Citizens and all, because it's not cool to sit here and let these American bullies think they can do anything to anybody anytime they want. And they go for France too. We know how dirty y'all history is, or at least I do. I don't respect none of y'all. Real talk, man. If anything happened to this man, I guarantee y'all gonna set up an uproar in this world that y'all ain't never seen before. I gotta watch what I say because it's TikTok.
So Hussein Bolt has actually written a letter to Captain Ibrahim Traoré. I'm going to read this letter to you guys. So it reads, the address is to His Excellency Captain Ibrahim Traoré, President of the Transition, Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso. And it reads, Dear President Traoré, I extend to you my warmest greetings from Jamaica. As someone who has spent a lifetime striving for excellence and unity through sport, I admire leaders who seek to uplift their people and inspire a vision for a stronger future. I have followed the development in your country with interest, and I commend your efforts to foster sovereignty, stability, and resilience in the face of challenge. Sport has always been a powerful force for the unity and pride, especially among youth. I believe it can play a key role in the development of Burkina Faso, whether on the track, in the classroom, or through community programs. Empowering young people with opportunities can shape a brighter tomorrow. If ever an opportunity for collaboration, support, or inspiration through sport, I would be honored to contribute in any way I can. Wishing you strength, wisdom, peace, and your leadership journey. Respectfully, Usain Bolt, Olympic champion and world record holder. What do we say to Usain Bolt in Jamaica? Thank you. We know our brothers and sisters in Jamaica, Caribbean, has always been support of our movement. So thank you, Usain Bolt. Thank you, Jamaica. Thank you, Caribbean. And this is a way to actually help. Some of you want to join the military, but I'll bring the updates on how to join the military later, on the next video. So So if you haven't followed this yet, just make sure you follow the account, favorite it, retweet, do whatever you want to do with this video, and meet me in the next video to give you updates on how
Captain Ibrahim Traoré became the president of Burkina Faso in September 2022 after a popular military-led uprising. But he is not just a soldier, he is a symbol. At just 34 years old, he represents a new wave of African leadership, unapologetically pro-African, anti-imperialist, and deeply committed to self-determination. Burkina Faso, like many African nations, has lived under the shadow of neocolonialism, political control through foreign powers, especially France. Traoré is openly challenging that system. He's kicked out French troops, rejected foreign interference, and called out the economic stronghold of CFA franc, a colonial-era currency still used by many West African countries. Many see Traoré as a modern-day Thomas Sankara, the legendary revolutionary president of Burkina Faso in the 1980s. Sankara fought for African unity, women's rights, self-reliance, and anti-corruption. He was assassinated, but his vision never died. Traoré is seen as carrying that torch, and that is why the world is watching. From the US to the Caribbean, the African diaspora sees Traoré's stance as a bold resistance against centuries of oppression. In him, they see hope, power, and a leader who does not bow. He is rejecting exploitation and standing for sovereignty, something colonized and oppressed people across the world deeply understand. When you have lived through the legacy of slavery, apartheid, segregation, and economic theft, a leader like Traoré feels like a breath of revolutionary air. Traoré consistently calls out African youth to rise, not with hate, but with vision. He speaks their language, wears their struggles, and challenges them to build Africa for Africans, not for foreign corporations or puppet leaders. This global solidarity is not just about Burkina Faso, it is about a large awakening. It is about black people everywhere reclaiming pride, demanding justice, and connecting the dots between past and present struggles.